Slippery James Comey, a man who always ends up badly and out of whack. He is not smart. He will go down as the worst FBI director in history by far. So who is winning this war of words? I know you are, but what am I? Joining me now is Bruce Turkel, CEO of Turkel Brands. Okay, so when you I feel like this is the thing that sort of always happens with President Trump. You know, when they say if you wrestle with the pig, you'll get money, and the pig loves it, you know, enjoys it. It's sort of like you see these people come out and they kind of like swing at the same. Who's from a branding point of view, if you're trying to walk away from this as with a I don't know, you know, a better brand than when you started, is James Comey better for having written this book and doing this tour?
Well, let's look at motivations. First of all, let me be clear. I haven't found an FBI director so uncomfortable or make me so uncomfortable since we knew that J. Edgar Hoover wore dresses, okay?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we got to start from that.
That's a great point.
But when you're talking about who's winning, look at what they have said. Comey is hitting Trump where it hurts. He said he's shorter than he looks on TV. He talked about his small hands. He talked about his puffy eyes. He did the things that we know gets Trump riled up. Trump called him a slime ball, said he's not smart. Those are just generic insults. Comey is playing Trump's game. And the bottom line is, Comey wants Trump to keep talking and keep fighting because Comey wants to sell books. You know it, Melissa. You taught me. Follow the money.
Yeah. No, he's definitely making a fortune. And, you know, for people who want to hear these tales about the president and then you watch him, what he really wants are the speaking fees. Because once the book, he's already gotten the book advance, so he's cashed that check. You never make more than the advance. So now he's just looking for the big speech money, which, as he's saying all these things and making all these jokes, the people that hire speakers and hate the president will love to have him come by and make jokes at the president's expense and that sort of thing. I wonder, you know, I wonder, could he really only be motivated by money? Because he seems like someone, like he sort of views himself as someone who eats moral fiber for breakfast. You know, I mean, he's got the big halo, he's wearing the white hat on top of the halo, all those kind of things. You know, is he motivated by sort of trying to write his place in history, and is that part working from a branding perspective?
Of course, because look at what he did. He came clean on the Hillary Clinton admissions. Like it or not, irrelevant, he came clean on it. Why? Because he wants to push that aside. Yeah, I did it. Here's why. Now let's move on. And now, although he's using a potty mouth, just like the president does, he is taking a moral high road. He's using words like the president is a stain on the country, that the president is not fit morally. So you're absolutely right. He's saying, I'm the law enforcement guy with the white hat, and that's who I am, and I look down physically and metaphorically on the president. And he's getting the president to fight back and look less and less presidential every time.
Well, I guess, although I think they're probably both huge narcissists and they love to read everything about themselves all the time. And like no PR is bad PR, I think, as far as either of them are concerned. Now, for the American public, as they watch all these interviews go by, is a single mind out there changed from what they originally thought about either of these people?
Of course, because if you call this a war of words, yes, if you think this is a game, we're watching Scrabble when the only tiles you have are F's and U's. And people were on one side or the other. Nobody is behaving well here. Nobody is behaving in a way that makes us on either side proud. We don't like this at all. Yeah, we like the salaciousness and we like the fights. We love watching car wrecks and we love watching pro wrestling. But when it comes to our government and what it says about us, this is just plain embarrassing on both sides.
It is embarrassing on both sides, but nobody's minds are changed. Like, if you hated the president, you still hate him. They're not convincing anyone. If you liked him, now they hate him. I mean, everybody's off in their corner. Like, the teams are decided.
The numbers haven't changed a bit. However, let's be clear. Comey is also establishing who he is for whatever questioning is going to come next, right? So he's selling books. As you said, he's building his legacy, but he's also telling the world, this is who I am, and I'm going to punch back. And you can try to hit me, but I'm going to hit back harder. He's letting the prosecutors and the defense know this is who I am.
Bruce Turkel, brilliant analysis, my friend. Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Melissa.